Hello everyone, and welcome back to All Things Space. In July 2015, NASA's New Horizons spacecraft became the first to visit the dwarf planet Pluto. In January 2019, the spacecraft reached Ultima Thule 2014 MU69, a faraway Kuiper Belt object, currently known as Arrokoth. New Horizons continues exploring our solar system, having reached a distance of 50 astronomical units, AU, from the Sun on April 17, 2021. To find out, NASA's Horizon spacecraft makes terrifying Pluto discovery, keep watching the video. But before we begin, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. The mysterious shutting down of New Horizons over the years. New Horizons observations continue to transform our knowledge of solar system objects distant from the Sun. The spacecraft is just the sixth to go to such a great distance from Earth, after Pioneer 10 and Pioneer 11, as well as Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. Only the Voyager 1 and 2 spacecraft have traveled far enough into interstellar space. New Horizons is anticipated to reach interstellar space in the 2040s, according to NASA. New Horizons is the first of NASA's New Frontier mission probes, which are medium-class missions, tasked with exploring the solar system's many destinations. New Horizons was chosen for funding in 2001, but was not included in NASA's 2003 budget, after New Horizons was named a high priority in the Planetary Science Decadal Survey of 2003 to 2013, which sets scientific goals for future exploration. Funding for the project was restored. Similar to warranties on electronics or automobiles, spacecraft often have a specified design lifespan. Solar particles, cosmic rays, and other events may erode the spacecraft's surface over time, causing the electronics to malfunction. Long missions like New Horizons are extremely difficult because they need backup systems and a power source, nuclear power, to keep the spacecraft alive far from the Sun. And while that might be one reason New Horizons keeps getting shut down, there are speculations that scientists might be afraid of what they might discover through this mission. New Horizons was finally launched on an Atlas V rocket from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida on January 19, 2006. Two prior launch attempts were hampered by power outages and heavy winds, but New Horizons got into orbit safely on the third attempt. Jupiter was the first destination for New Horizons. Jupiter was New Horizons' first stop, which it made between February and March 2007. The spacecraft flew past Jupiter at a distance of less than 1.4 million miles, 2.4 million kilometers, making it the first spacecraft to fly by since the Galileo probe completed its mission in 2003. Io, Jupiter's volcanic moon, was one of New Horizons' initial targets. The spacecraft got the sharpest images yet seen of Io's Tvastar volcano, which revealed volcanic fallout the size of Texas. The probe also passed through a cloud of charged particles whirling behind Jupiter. The probe discovered huge bubbles of charged particles, or plasma, as well as fluctuations in the particle stream. Astronomers noted at the time that the observations might help them better understand the environment surrounding hot Jupiter planets, which are planets the size of Jupiter that circle their stars relatively near, the comparable orbit of Mercury or even closer. Aside from occasional wake-ups for navigation and system checks, controllers kept the Pluto traveling spacecraft in hibernation to save energy and reduce the risk of anything failing. The probe was brought out of hibernation by NASA in December 2014 so it could prepare for the Pluto encounter and relay back data to Earth. New Horizons finally arrived at Pluto. New Horizons was so preoccupied with acquiring data during its July 2015 rendezvous that it didn't connect with Earth as intended during its closest approach to Pluto and its biggest moon, Charon. When New Horizons called home, controllers rejoiced because they knew data was on the way. The distance between Pluto and Earth, around 3 billion miles, 5 billion kilometers, posed a power barrier for the New Horizons designers, since the sun's beams are too faint to create electricity at that distance. Long communications delays are also expected by individuals trying to communicate with the 1,054-pound, 478 kg spacecraft. A one-way transmission from Earth took 4.5 hours to reach New Horizons when it arrived at Pluto. According to NASA, downloading the whole information obtained during Horizons' rendezvous with Pluto and Charon took 15 minutes. This was due to the fact that New Horizons could only send 1 to 2 kilobits of data per second, with a total data volume of roughly 6.25 terabytes. It was unquestionably well worth the wait. Here's a flyby video of Pluto shared by NASA on YouTube. Eye-opening discoveries made on Pluto. Early images from New Horizons revealed Pluto's surface to be remarkably youthful, with a mountain range as high as 11,000 feet, 3,500 meters. This range, which is thought to be about 100 million years old at most, indicates recent geological activity on the surface, but it's unknown what created it. In a statement made immediately after the encounter, John Spencer, deputy head of the New Horizons Geology, Geophysics, and Imaging team, stated, "This may prompt us to reassess what fuels geological activity on many other cold planets." Pictures sent back in mid-July 2015 revealed more young topography, such as a vast plain devoid of craters immediately north of the Rocky Range. Sputnik Planitia is the colloquial name for the zone, and it is a highly scrutinized area since geologists are still attempting to find out what created it. During New Horizons' trip to Pluto, other observatories discovered numerous new moons, posing a problem for spacecraft navigators worried about orbital debris altering the spacecraft's route. Fortunately, the moons were discovered long before the Pluto flyby, and New Horizons passed through Pluto's system without incident. Other scientific findings made by New Horizons include evidence of a previous subterranean ocean on Charon and bizarre water ice hills floating in frozen nitrogen on Pluto. One research published in 2018 revealed that Pluto may have an asphalt layer under its surface. Pluto, despite its immense distance from the Sun, may hold the components for life on its surface, according to some scientists, and that may be a terrifying discovery for many of Earth's inhabitants. The change in Pluto's planetary status. When the International Astronomical Union agreed to downgrade Pluto's classification to dwarf planet in 2006, after the finding of many similar-sized objects in the Kuiper belt, New Horizons was already in orbit. Alan Stern, the lead scientist for New Horizons, has said repeatedly that he opposes the choice, particularly after the flyby showed that Pluto's creation history is more complicated than previously thought. A group of planetary scientists proposed that Pluto be reclassified as a planet in 2017, presenting their findings at the 48th Lunar and Planetary Science Conference in The Woodlands, Texas. The proposal described a planet as a circular object that, unlike a star, has never undergone fusion. The definition is intended to include not just dwarf planets, but also moons. Pluto is still classified as a minor planet as of late 2021. What was so shocking about other New Horizons discoveries? New Horizons mission was extended in 2016, with NASA clearance to investigate closely at a Kuiper belt object known as 2014 MU69, which NASA christened Ultima Thule, and is now officially known as Arrokoth. This led us to terrifying, eye-opening discoveries beyond Pluto, and also advanced our vision of the solar system. New Horizons completed a 5-month hibernation phase in September 2017 in preparation for its extended mission. New Horizons photographed Kuiper belt objects through December of that year. Images of the objects 2012 HZ84 and 2012 HE85 were featured in some of New Horizons' 2017 pictures. New Horizons photographs were the furthest shots ever acquired by a spacecraft traveling from Earth, due to its huge distance from Earth at the time, 3.79 billion miles, or 6.12 billion kilometers. Voyager 1, which captured the iconic pale blue dot photograph of Earth on February 14, 1990, from 3.75 billion miles, 6 billion kilometers distant, held the previous record. On January 1, 2019, New Horizons flew past Arrokoth. The little planet is so far away from Earth that NASA didn't know whether the flyby was successful until 10 hours later. New Horizons sailed past Arrokoth at a distance of around 2,000 miles, 3,540 kilometers, which was about 5,800 miles, 9,300 kilometers closer than the ship traveled by Pluto. With that, we come to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. If you enjoyed the content, then do leave a like. So until next time, take care and goodbye.